Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today we have some more RPG goodness. This time we're talking Townfolk Minis Pub Collection and Townfolk Minis Entertainer Collection. Brought to you by MonsterProtectors.com. So let's take a look at this. We got Monster Scary Good Townsfolk Minis Entertainer Collection, 8 painted figures. 4 different realistic designs, specially sized for most tabletop games. Collect all 8 sets for the ultimate RPG town experience. Now, I had never seen these before. Normally, I've picked up stuff and I've unboxed it for you, but I'd never seen anything from this company before. So I figured I'd pick this up. So it says Townfolk Minis Entertainer Collection. Bring your game world to life. Specially designed for most tabletop games. Collect all sets of townsfolk. You got the Authority, Field Worker, Entertainer, Merchant, Nobility, Peasant, Pub, and Tradesman. All right, check out Monster Adventure Terrain, painted modular snap-on building system that creates in minutes. Immerse yourself. If you can dream it, you can build it. And give you a little picture of that right back there. Again, all that information again. Again, this is from MonsterProtectors.com. Never heard of it before, but I picked it up at Historicon. In the budget bin, I picked it for $5. So it was $5 for both sets, so I couldn't go wrong with that. So let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on inside here. Again, whenever you have these, it's a little tricky to get them out of the box. So we'll put that to the side and we'll pop this off like we normally do. Again, these are your normal size. Now these bases are a little different than the normal D&D base, which we do a lot of unboxing of those kinds of figures here on the page, or I should say on the channel. But these are a little bit different which makes them a little cool. And again, I had never seen them before, and this is why I decided to pick them up for us. So let's take a look at the first guy. He's playing some sort of instrument. Now again, these are not as detailed as the Dungeons and Dragons miniatures. They're just not when you look at them. The paint job's okay. Again, little detail to none detail on the face, so there's no eyes. None of that stuff has been brushed out. So again, grab your paint kit. You can just fix those up real quick. Again, the painting's not the neatest of jobs, but again, you can clean them up and they put them on the table. Now again, from a far distance, you're really not going to be able to tell the difference. They'll look fine if you had them on a map. If I have a map here real quick, I could show you. Yeah, if I have a simple map and I put it on the map, put them on there. Again, from a distance, you really, again, not really going to see much of a difference, right? So when you look up close, that's when you see really that there's a big difference between the other characters and these are. All right, and again, they have the hex base versus it being a circle base, which is fine, no problem whatsoever. So now you got this guy here, you got a little musician, it looks like. You got the court jester. That's pretty cool. I never had a jester before, so here we go. We got one now. That's cool. Another musician. So you might have a little band going on here. Very cool. Another guy playing a flute. So yeah, looks like this could be a bunch of musicians. That's really cool. So you got 3 musicians right there. You got the court jester dancing around. You have someone playing another guitarist. So you got 2 of the same. And you got 2 court jesters. Okay, you might want to take those and paint them up a little bit differently. Got the white beard, the white hair in the back, and he's got some kind of book in his hand, maybe something. Not sure, but you get 2 of them. Again, $5 for 2 packs of figures. You can't really go wrong. And if you don't want the duplicates, you can always take those and trade them with someone else, with your friends, or whatever else you might want to do. But anyway, so there is your first set there. Again, that set was called the Entertainer Collection. So that makes perfect sense to me, the Entertainer Collection. So we'll put that over here like this. I'll put these guys right here on top of it so you can see that, the Entertainer Collection. And those are the figures that were included there. That set right there. Again, Townfolk Minis Entertainer Collection. So you wind up getting 2 of the guy in the green. You get 2 jesters. You get his flute looks a little different, so you could say those are two different instruments they're playing right there. And you get two guitars. So you get two of each character, basically what you get. And that's fine. That's cool. I like that. And so there you go. You got your two of those, two of these, two of these, two of him, and two of those. Very cool. No complaints there about those figures. I'm just going to take those and push those to the side for a minute. That's one set. Then we have an additional set here. We have the Townfolk Minis Pub Collection. Again, 8 painted miniatures. Looks like we got 2 of each here. Got 2 of them. Like we got 2 of these. Got 2 of these and 2 of those. Yep, 2 of each. So you flipped it over again. It says Townfolk Minis Pub Collection. Bring your game world to life. Specially designed for most tabletop games. Collect all 8 sets of Townsfolk. Again, we went over this on the last box. Check out Monster Venture Train. Immerse yourself. Again, monsterprotectors.com, which is pretty cool. So let's pop this open. Let's check out those figures a little closer, up close. Out they come. These remind me more of a. Again, they're the same size of Dungeons and Dragons figures or Pathfinder figures. Again, the attention to detail is not as good, obviously, so it's a little bit of a cheaper brand. But the reality is, they'll work just fine inside, inside your game, because, like I said before, you put on a map, they look just fine. Again, you can always go in there, touch them up a little bit, change the colors a little bit. All right. For a set of miniatures like this, now again, I got them at the flea market at Historicon for $5, but the reality is, if you're going to buy a set of these guys, and I believe I did an unboxing, it was $50, $60 for a set of, with terrain and figures that work inside the pub. So again, to get a set here, now you got a dancer. So one guy, you got the guy serving drinks, you got the bartender. So you get 2 of those. So if you have 2 bars, you need at least 1 bartender. Again, you could change the hair color. And that's fine there. So you get 2 of those. You get your waitresses. So you get 2 of those. Front and back. Then you get your waiter. Front and back. Then you have your... That looks like a town drunk. Not sure what that is sticking off his head. Looks like a paintbrush. A hair from a paintbrush was still on him. So again, as you can tell, paint job's not that great. But again, for $5, I'm not complaining, because the reality is, oh, look at the boots not even painted. Or maybe he's so drunk he's got 2 different kinds of boots on. Not quite sure, or lost a boot, but it looks like it. So again, you got to touch these up with paint as you go along. And you can tell the paint job is not the best here. And it's really not the best job whatsoever. So, but again, you could just paint them up, and then you now, again, fix that problem. And now you got 2 drunks running around in the streets. And then again, you have your 2 dancers. And there's your front and back. Again, you can tell the hairline needs to be touched up a little bit there. Never painted that part that's in there, part of the hair. So you do need to touch these up quite a bit. But again, $5 for 16 figures, you can't go wrong. So again, you get your 2 dancers, your 2 town drunks, your 2 waitresses, bartenders. Also in this, I also picked up your 2 guitarists, your 2 court jesters. Not exactly sure what this guy does, but he's got it holding a sign, so we got him. It says bar open, not quite sure. And you have 2 guys playing the flute. Again, these are part of the Townfolk Minis Pub Collection and Townfolk Mini Entertainer Collection, brought to you by Monster Protectors. For more information, go to monsterprotectors.com. And as always, Thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, you can always give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below. You could also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you on your next unboxing, on the next unboxing video.